All right, what's good, Lights Out family? Hope you guys are doing well. I want to give a quick shout out to today's sponsor, Brawl.gg. It's a brand new platform made for the fighting game community where you can connect with players, challenge rivals, improve your skill. Whether you're grinding in Smash Ultimate, Street Fighter, Tekken, or any other top fighting game, this is the scene for you. All right, you can hop into skill-based PvP wagers using their Brawl Bucks, climb the leaderboards, and actually track your progress as you inevitably level up. All right, there's also dedicated forums for each game, so you can share your clips, talk strategy, or just debate who really got the best neutral in the game. Always highly debatable, of course. Now, the site is actually live right now, and they've made mobile apps for both iOS and Android. So go ahead and check out Brawl.gg, sign up, and start making a name for yourself in the arena. And while you are at it, make sure you follow Brawl.gg on Instagram, X, Facebook to stay up to date with everything they're doing. And check out this badass video.
Welcome to Brawl.gg, the arena where fighters are made and legends are born. Call out your rivals, lay down your wagers, and fight for your glory. Choose your battleground and rise through the ranks, one victory at a time. This is your stage, your challenge, your fight. Brawl.gg, now live on the App Store and Google Play. Step up and claim your spot among the best.
Yeah, Phil, I might actually check out Brawl.gg. I'm looking at it right now, and it actually looks like something worth getting into. It's pretty cool.
That's what I'm talking about, bro. We always have the good sponsorships here on Lights Out. Shouts to Brawl.gg, and shouts to all you guys for tuning in for another episode of Lights Out, fresh off of Port Priority 9, which was an absolute banger. There were some good times. There were some bad times. There was some heartbreak. But you know what? There was a breakthrough, a realization that I don't think a lot of people had going into that. This guy right here, he's not washed. He's still clean with it. My boy Light with that solid 4th place finish. Buddy, I'm so proud of you, and I'm glad you had time to hit up the podcast today. No Cosmos, he had some other obligations to do, but his ass probably didn't watch the tournament anyway, so it's all good. Talk to me, Light. How we feeling?
Leave me alone. I'm signing up for Brawl.gg.
I love it.
Nah, but I'm doing good, man. First of all, holy fucking washed allegations. Like, everyone was like, he's not washed. I was like, I was washed? Damn. I didn't know.
I mean, you yourself admitted to not playing the game for a month. That can lead some people
not
to think.
playing the game and being washed are two different things.
Okay, fair.
But
give it up.
Yeah, Port Priority 9 happened, and this was an eventful weekend. We could talk about me, but I think before we talk about me, we should talk about how this bracket started, because this bracket started off a weird one, don't you think?
I would say day 2 definitely got out of hand very quickly, and even day 1 had some shenanigans. But what do you, from your perspective, what did you see?
I think the main upset from day 1 was Beast Mode Paul. He lost very early. Do you remember who he lost to? It was a Mario, I think.
Beast Mode Paul lost to UNBAN, which I actually think is a Duck Hunt player, if I'm not mistaken.
Did he lose to a Duck Hunt? I feel like he lost to a Mario, but either way. Yeah, either way, I think he was the first major upset of the tournament. I mean, I feel like everybody's looking out for that in every tournament. You know, you're like, oh, when are the upsets going to start? Because some tournaments there's no upsets, and then some tournaments there's a shit ton. It's very rarely you find this in between, I feel like. But there was a good amount.
He was a Mario, you're right. I was mixing him up with Mbo.
And what was his name?
So Mbo Z is the Duck Hunt, but he lost to UNBAN, who's a Mario. My bad, guys.
Yeah.
Similar.
Yeah, so that was the first upset, which was only the start. It was honestly just foreshadowing, because this became a pretty upset bracket. Yes. Starting off, let's talk about Louis Money, man. Louis Money was he went crazy this event, because I don't think people expected him to get, top 32 winner's side, but he beat Syrup 3-0, one of the best Steve mains in the world. We don't even get to see Syrup in this top 8.
Yeah, and I think Syrup was ranked or seed 1 going into this tournament as well. So 25th is pretty crazy for him.
Yeah, so that was incredible. We'll talk more about Louis later. I want to do more of the 128. Then we have your boy MKLeo.
I'll just go ahead and put this on the screen so people can't see my face.
You don't even have to show me for me to know what you're about to put. I saw those tweets, bro. Those shits were hilarious.
My tweets.
Bro, those
my tweets were born of pure disdain and heartbreak. If you guys didn't see him, if you don't have Twitter, unfortunately, when he got upset, this was my first tweet, and then we got eliminated. This was my second tweet. Some of the best engagement I've had on this platform, which really says a lot about you sick bastards. Continue.
Honestly, good thing there's no 3 losses in these tournaments. I'm pretty sure the last one would have had an actual picture of you.
I was close.
Yeah, for real. MFA beating Ken, also another upset, which I didn't even know happened.
Yep.
That's crazy. Good shit to MFA. And then I think what else happened in top 120? Bro, so much happened in this tournament. We had Sin. I didn't know this, but Sin had a god bracket, and I feel like it's not talked about enough that every time these weird matchups, usually Ice Climbers, like even when Big D shows up, bro, they just be getting these god brackets sometimes. Yep. He had Kirash into Tweek, Brawler into Brawler character. That is crazy. So he beats Kirash game 5, and then beats Tweek 3-1. And, that's a bit upsetting for people to see. I know no one wanted Tweek to lose. Also, did it happen? Did it happen last week podcast, or did we not talk about it yet? TSM Tweek.
It happened like the day after we released the podcast. So we didn't really get a chance to talk about the fact that Tweek is, even if we knew a couple days earlier, guys couldn't talk about it. But we didn't get a chance to mention that, yes, Tweek is back and on TSM.
Yeah, that is insane. I'm surprised anyone is getting picked up at this point in the game, but I'd love to see it. Yeah, man. And now it's your turn, right?
Just keep talking, Jeff.
We love to see it. TSM, if one of your social media managers look at our podcast, just know we believe in Tweek. He's just coming back. This is his first tournament back. You can't expect greatness when he just came out of retirement, but you can expect greatness in the future.
I 100% agree with that. Like that 25th is just a random admiration. It's only going to fuel his fire. So I'm looking forward to him coming back. But I mean, definitely. People were talking about like him versus Leo and Grands would be like amazing if it happened. I'm just like 25. I don't know if it's going to happen.
Yeah.
It didn't happen.
Especially since Leo drowned.
Yeah. You know what? To defend Leo. I mean, Mexico, America, Japan, France, Japan, back. Like, that boy be traveling. The jet lag eventually caught up with him. Because I watched those matches, okay? And that was not the MKLeo I know. And I'm mad at myself for not shouting out to him when he was playing against Yeast. I'm like, I should have yelled at him, just switch to Aegis. Aegis destroy the Mies. Just put him in a coffin. But he just stuck with the Joker. I'm like, no. And then, to the Ike's credit, RM8, I think is his name. I mean, I thought Leo didn't play his best, but I thought that Ike played sensational. So credits to him.
I don't even know who that is.
A Wi-Fi Ike who's known for double jumping a lot.
So he's an Ike known for playing Ike.
That part. So
damn. Well, yeah, Leo out of the bracket before top 32. Other upsets for that.
How about Serp getting eliminated by Monte?
We'll get to that. That's after top 32, which I mean, Monte went on a run too.
He did.
Oh man, fucking Game and Watch runs, man. I hate them. Cola losing to Siski, which I feel like isn't much of like an upset. I guess that's like more like even ground, maybe, right?
I would kind of agree with that. I mean, I think he lost first to like the Duck Hunt to even get in the losers. So I think that would be considered more of an upset.
No, he lost to Siski in winners.
Oh, he lost to Siski in winners?
And he lost to
So he got eliminated. Oh, wow. I thought it was the opposite way around. Okay. Well, damn.
Yeah, bro. Duck Hunt's tricky, man. I mean, if you're a good Duck Hunt, you could really fuck someone up.
Dude, Duck Hunt is scary. Like that guy who got 9th place, the Japanese Jagabata. Dude, that guy was cooking people.
Yeah, no. I don't want to fight no Duck Hunt in a major, man. But yeah, needless to say anymore, there were a lot of upsets. Going into top 32, we had honestly, this is This was such a crazy bracket. Like, I know a lot of people were talking about, like, oh, like some of the standards aren't here, like Akola, Mia, Spargo, right?
Mm-hmm.
People, Dora Migi, people who were like, oh, you expect them to get like top 5, which I mean, a lot of talented players were still here. And I think, in a sense, it kind of makes up for a more interesting storyline for spectators, right? Like they don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, and so, you can apply that logic to some of the Japan events too. Like some of our best aren't always over there competing, obviously. So it's like just because they're missing some of their people, it's all good. I understand they're higher in the rankings. They're like Japan, the Godly Four, but still, it's like, come on, nothing's ever set in stone. You just got to play who's in front of you.
Yeah, I completely agree. And we had the real best player in the world here, which I mean, I personally think he's number 1. Like, in terms of like what he can do, I think Sonix is actually like number 1. Okay. I think he's been consistent enough with his own mind limiting him from winning majors, right? But he's just way too consistent,
I like that. But, I'll get his thoughts on that later as I interview him separately to attach to the podcast later, guys.
He ain't gonna say no. But
spitting.
But yeah, getting into top 32, we had Louis Money continuing his great run, beating Raffalo, which I honestly didn't know how that set was going to go. I guess I was always, because I'm not like a true spectator like you, so maybe you would know this. Mm-hmm. I was always under the impression that like they were near each other, but Raffalo was slightly better. But I feel like as of late, like Louis Money has just been on a heater. He's top 8 his last 2 majors.
Yeah, I mean, if you had asked me going in who I thought would win, I would give it to Raffalo. He's fresh off that really good performance at Smash Mania, and then Louis last week at Genesis Black got like 3rd or 4th. You know what I mean? Like a C tier. Yeah. So I wasn't expecting Louis to do that kind of damage. I knew he could win, but Louis actually struggled in the Paludittle previously from things I've seen. Like he's taken some L's to Chase in the past before. So I was actually surprised he got the 3-0 victory. I know Louis capable, but I didn't know he'd be that convincing with it. So like you said, he was on another level at this tournament. He shows up at the PNW sometimes. Even last year when they didn't have port priority, it was the other thing. Don't park. I think he got like 3rd or 4th at that tournament too. And that was stacked with a lot of talent as well. So the guy shows up in PNW.
Yeah, Louis Money is kind of one of those players who kind of like, I mean, I kind of put myself in this category as well, but he scales with the players around him. I feel like if he's at like a C tier, he'll kind of play like at a C tier level, Okay. But if he's at the P tier, he'll play at the P tier level. It's very interesting, but I do think players like that exist. Again, I think I'm one of them. So, I mean, Louis used to be a Fox main, so I mean, I could see how he could have the same problem.
Spitting. That's facts.
But yeah, Carmelo kind of cruising his way to top 8. He did have a game 5 with Siski, but I don't think he really went noticed, if that makes sense. Like he just kind of quietly went up. I feel like some people have that bracket where you don't really see. I didn't see him at all. I don't know if you did, but because you commentated. But
the only thing I saw from him was, besides like his top 8, obviously versus Sonix and stuff. The only thing I saw before that was, in fact, his match against Siski. I was like, oh, that's game 5. Siski could actually pull it because. Remember Siski, like he can make a little name for him. Maybe the Japanese Slayer took out Hurt at Smash Factor, but was not to be. Carmelo's is Steve. It's too good.
Yep. That Donkey Kong beating, I'm guessing that's Goryoka?
His name is Mild.
Mild the Ho, right?
No, Goryoka's the Ho. He's the one who coached against Leo at Kagurimi. Which is why I was glad he lost. That's what you get.
Well, I think in this scenario, they were both hoes because one is literally doing. Is his name actually Mild the Ho?
What? No, it's H-O. I think it's H-O, not like Ho.
Okay, how do you pronounce his name?
I always just call him Mild. I thought the H-O was just like abbreviation for something. Maybe it is Ho. I don't know. That's a common name over there, isn't it? It's like Smith.
I don't think it is. Like Smith. Yeah, there's Smith and then there's Ho, right?
I don't know if we're allowed to talk about this. Let's move on.
Okay, I feel like I got played because people were telling me his name was Mild the Ho.
I think you got played. I don't think it's Mild the Ho.
Which honestly sounds like an 80s black rapper. I'm not gonna lie.
Bust it. Oh my God. Chad, if you know, please inform us. Let us know.
I'm not a hoe.
We're not doing it.
But yeah. Sonix getting top 8, being NATO, and Sir Alexander, who upset Asimo.
Lammers. Let's go Lammers.
Is it
That's his real name is Lammers. His real tag is Lammers, yeah.
What? Okay, cool. Yeah, I was about to say. Okay. Yeah, Lammers beat Asimo, which is a bit telegraphed. That matchup sounds dog shit. Like, that does not sound like a fun matchup for Rio. But nonetheless, Asimo is an amazing player. So, yeah, good stuff from him. I think that was a bit free for Sonix, though, considering Sonix might be the most experienced player in the entire world versus me, Gunner.
Yeah, so, Cabin and Cito putting in that work for him.
Yeah, that's honestly, I don't think he could have asked for a freer bracket. I'm happy he won the tournament because to get top 8, the dude had no struggle.
Yeah.
You know? So,
wait,
yeah.
Didn't he fight you?
I said to get to top 8.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say like,
yeah, I said
hard on yourself, man.
No, yeah, I'm glad that he got to top 8 because before that he had no struggle.
Gotcha.
That he won the tournament, I'm happy he won. Yeah, Zomba versus Ouch 3-1. I think Zomba lost last time. I think the last time they played was actually at that Reaper Invitational. So yeah, so Zomba redeeming himself, and then you have greatness all the way at the bottom of the bracket, just sneaking along. You have Sin, the proclaimed best ice climbers in the world, losing 2-3 to Light.
Yeah.
Yours truly. How do we feel about that, chat? Oh, chat's not here. I'll say it for you. How did that happen? I'll tell you how it happened, because I'm the fucking GOAT, bro. I just do things sometimes, man. I be winning matches people don't even know are winnable, man. I be doing that. The infinites aren't in this game, but that matchup's still annoying as shit. So, you know, I just had to prove that it could be done because everyone was talking. Everyone thought I was going to lose. I didn't even know he was in our path. I thought I was fighting Tweek. And then I saw Ice Climbers in our path, and I was like, well, why didn't I figure the bad matchup was there somewhere, you know? But I was ready. I was more than ready.
You were ready?
I was reverse 3-0 ready.
Yes, you were. And the pop-off, too. I saw that. That was rightfully so. You know, there's a funny little story that I was trying to tell people about this match. Because when you went down 0-2, and I always say this guy ramps up in game number 3. If he's behind, he ramps up in game number 3. If he's just outright better, he'll just like 3-0 you or 3-1 you, right? Talking about you. And my mind went back specifically to the fact that, one, when you lost at Cirque to that Ice Climber Apple Whiz or whatever, you started training in that matchup. So I was like, okay, he knows that. 2, Smash Factor, money match, Eric B. You were down 2 games and everybody was cheering. And I was like, he's going to reverse 3-0. You reverse 3-0'd him. And then here, and then here you were practicing against D tier going into that. And I was like, okay, he'll remember the game plan in game 2 or 3. For like game 3, you remembered, you reverse 3-0'd him. I just want to put on the record, I knew the whole time you were going to win that set.
Chuck didn't say that. Chuck said you doubt a little bit.
Yeah, because I said in the beginning, like, the first 2 games don't matter. Like, he's going to get cooked. Even if he gets cooked, it doesn't matter. So Charles was like, oh, you're down on him so quickly. I'm like, he can still win, and you won. That's all I'm saying.
I appreciate that, Phil. I mean, yeah, shouts to Seal and shouts to D-Tier for teaching me so much of the matchup. Seal at the weekly is always helping me out, and D-Tier helping me out whenever he could at majors. And, you know, he helped me out for a long time, in Port Priority 9 while I was waiting to fight Sin. And I had a game plan pretty set. I remember Charles was trying to give me like a general game plan. I was like, no, I know what I'm doing. Like,
yeah, I do.
I know what to do, because I didn't want anyone to fuck with my game plan. I didn't obviously want to do it in a reverse 3-0 fashion, but the game plan versus Ice Climbers is fairly scary. It's like committing in areas where, like, you know, if I do kind of read this wrong, I could just die. Right. But I think when I was down 2-0, I was like, I need to stop being a pussy, pretty much. And I was like, I need to like follow my game plan. And you could kind of see the shift. Like, it wasn't like a slow burn. Like, the moment I started playing better, I like low percent, like I like JV2'd him the second game, and like I only didn't 2-stock him the third game because I wasted the stock killing Nana, you know? Like, I was kind of shitting on him once I got my footing. And fun fact, I actually, like, again, I didn't know that Sin was in my path. I played with Sin for like an hour or an hour and a half on the day before the bracket actually started, right? Yeah. And I forgot his name, which I feel bad about because I really fuck with him, but one of the translators was there. And he's a homie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The dude from Seattle, actually, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I actually have no idea what his name was.
You know who I'm talking about, though? He's a homie.
Yeah, why you got R2D2 spinning in the back?
That's a Ravens helmet, you Jim.
What's R2D2?
Stand down.
I think, yeah. Damn. When did R2D2 get so?
That's funny.
When did R2D2 get so black?
Man, from the ghetto.
Anyways, yeah, I can't remember his name, and I feel bad because I really fuck with him. But yeah, he was translating for me because I wanted to know what Sin thought the matchup was, and he's like, I think this matchup was like really bad for Fox, like -2.
I hear, man.
Yo, you doing a podcast, bro?
Yeah, he's yapping.
If he's gonna yap, tell him to yap on the show.
Yeah, right.
Yo, for real. But yeah, since the matchup was like really bad for Fox, like -2, and I said it, I was like, I don't think this matchup's that bad. I think this matchup's like -1. I've always felt like this matchup's -1. I just think I don't know what I'm doing, you know? So I'm like, it's very easy to look like a -2 if you don't know what's going on. I just need to learn it. And no one's going to tell me what a matchup is other than me. No one else plays my character to my degree, you know? Like, so I still feel the matchup is -1, and I was kind of destroying him in the friendly. So like, I'd be damned if I lost to him in the bracket. Like, I was really upset when I was throwing away game 1 and 2. But once I started committing to the game plan, it shifted, and I'm very happy that I sealed the deal on that.
Yes, sir.
And then after that, I beat Zomba 3-1, which, I mean, I lost to him later in top 8. I dominated that second set. I got a little ahead of myself, and I tried styling on him. I'm not even going to lie. I got a little ahead of myself.
You might have been feeling yourself a lot on that.
But I still beat him. We went 1-1 that tournament. I'll take it. I'm pretty sure I'm going to beat him next time. But yeah, I had a really good run. Really happy with how I did. I told you guys on the last episode that I don't intend to do bad, but I need to go to a tournament and lose to, you know, get back into it. Which, like I said, I need to do bad to get better, right? Well, I didn't do that. I just fucking did great. Like, and I had a chance to take it. Sonix had an amazing clutch. I know what he did to adapt, and I should have adapted to it faster, but I just didn't fast enough. So good shit to him. He was the better player that day, and I'm still ecstatic about how I did. I've top 8 in the last 2 majors. I feel like I'm back in full rhythm, and I'm pretty excited for next year. But
okay.
Yeah. Let's talk a bit more about other people in this bracket, because there's some interesting stuff that happened here on the loser side as well.
Yes. I thought the run from, like, there were some sneaky top 8ers, right? I thought TG getting in there was incredible. The banjo player from Japan, I thought that was pretty incredible. I got there with a crazy shield break game 5 against Louis Money, which was just,
that was insane.
That was like one of the nuttiest things that you'll ever see. Again, we talked about Lammers. That's actually 2 NorCal people got in the top 8, Lammers and Louis. So there was some representation right there. And then also, did you watch like Mild versus Monte?
Yes. Oh my God. I watched
a lot of people had
Monte.
some critiques about that. I was wondering if I could get your opinion, because a lot of people said Monte didn't know what the hell he was doing game number 5 against.
I don't think he knew what he was doing any game.
Okay. I was just curious.
Bro, there was a lot of times where I was like, just go off stage and use your disjointed back air. And it's okay if you miss, because you're game and watching. You can throw out 4 more. And if you miss the other 4, you could just up B. It's invincible, you know? So, like, I feel like there was a lot of moments where Monte just didn't pull the trigger, which is also something we saw with Louis Money, but we'll talk about that one later. It's like, you don't pull the trigger, and I get it. There's fear factor. Like, I get that, because, I mean, I've lost a Ganondorf in bracket. I know what it's like to have fear factor. But, man, if I could edge guard these characters, I'd be fucking doing it. Like, the freest edge guards were just not happening. And I'm like, what are you doing? So yeah, good shit to Mild the Ho.
We're going to figure that out, guys.
Good shit to Mild the Ho. But oh my God, no, like, just no. Should not have been happening, bro.
Yeah, when he switched like game 5 to Donkey Kong, we were kind of thinking like, oh, it must be like a fear-inducing psychological thing to like switch it up a little bit. And oh boy, did it pay off. It was one of my favorite sets to cast the whole tournament for show. So kudos to Mild, but you know, I mean, Monte still did good. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean he got ninth. That's not bad.
Okay,
Both Corns got ninth. Now I'm
yes,
really,
which was crazy.
Yeah, I'm really happy about Shadic, by the way. Shiny Mark losing to Shadic was very surprising to me. I'll be real. If I ever see Shiny Mark not top 8, I'm like, what the fuck happened? Because, like, I just think Pikachu's so broken.
Pikachu's 100% broken.
But yeah, shouts to Shadic. I know he hasn't been able to compete a lot. And I know he's been really busy with college. You know, he's becoming a full adult, you know, getting his life together. I'm really proud of him. So to see him still get ninth at this tournament, I know he obviously wants more, but I also know he was content, and I'm happy that he was able to get so far in the bracket, beating Shiny Mark, beating Rafflo, beating Reno, all 3 good players. And then I'm not gonna lie, I'm surprised that he made a run like that and then lost to Lammers, but Lammers just must have been playing that good.
Yeah, Lammers was, I mean, me and Charles commentated that match. Lammers was on his ish, bro. He was like playing perfectly. He was playing super disciplined too. Basically all the traits that Shadic used to reverse 3-0 Shiny Mark, essentially. Because I definitely didn't see that coming. Like overall on the big screen, I was very surprised about that. But yeah, to your point, it's great to see Shadic back. Funny enough, Shadic's actually one of my mom's favorite players because she was like kind of sad when I told her he wasn't going to the tournament. She's like, he hasn't been to anything in forever. And I was like, yeah. And then he showed up. I was like, oh, Mom, guess what? And she was like, let's go, Shadic.
Shadic is fucking awesome, man. He's just cool to be around, man. It's cool to see him come into the adult that he's becoming, you know? But,
love that for him.
Yeah, good shit from him. I will say, what's the name of this duck hunt?
Jagabata.
So this duck hunt, I'm not going to lie, had a very unfortunate turn of events happen to him. And at the same time,
in what game?
Well, it's that he ran into Zomba. Zomba might be like one of like 5 top players in America who actually know how to fight duck hunt.
Yeah, well, they definitely know how to fight him over there in Europe because Siski got 3-0'd in a handshake, man. Sheesh.
Yeah, no, Zomba has experience versus Fawn, which is they're a pretty solid duck hunt from Tri-State, you know?
Okay, right on.
Yeah, so I mean, Zomba definitely has a good amount of experience there. And I mean, I say it's unfortunate because you ran to someone who knows your matchup, but at the same time, you are running through a bracket matchup checking everyone you come across. So,
sure.
I mean, yeah, it's like, but yeah. So yeah, leading into that, you have Toragiri, Carmelo, Sonix, me, Zomba, Mild Daho. Keep calling him that until I'm corrected.
That's fair. I'm not even gonna show. I'm not even gonna show. Toragiri versus Carmelo because I don't know if I'm allowed to show that abuse on stream. But I would love to talk about you versus Sonix and what you saw there and how you felt about that one.
I had a strong game plan going in. Me and Sonix practiced the week before the tournament, and then we practiced a lot on Friday before the tournament. So I feel like I had a pretty strong game plan going in. Now, I feel like the game plan didn't actually stop working. It's just he added an extra layer that I chose not to adapt to until game 5. And I still struggled to deal with it. And that was basically, I wasn't giving him a lot of room to spin dash, but he started to abuse it in different ways where I couldn't necessarily stop it, but I wasn't respecting that I couldn't stop it. And he also was spin dashing off ledge a lot. It's actually not, it's something that Raph spams, for example. Like Raph spams spin dash off ledge, and I actually don't think it's that good of an option. However, it's pretty good versus Fox, which really sucks to say. And it's funny because I don't think Sonix thinks it's a good option either. I would love to talk to him about it, but we talked about it a bit already. Me and him both know that it's not a good option. But it just
spamming
is.
Spin dash off stage?
No, when you're on ledge and you jump back and you spin dash, it makes it so you have to land on the stage at a certain timing, and it doesn't have any priority until it hits the ground.
Oh, okay.
However, it's still really good versus Fox. Fox struggles to hit it, and if he does hit it, it's not going to be like that meaningful. And Sonix wasn't doing it because I don't think Sonix likes doing that option a lot. I don't think he thinks it's a good option, you know? Like I said, it's something Raph does. But the moment he took that deep breath for game 3, he started spamming it, and I couldn't really do much about it. Like I don't think Fox has a good option to contest it which I mean, I know the adaptation. I know what I should do now. So like, it sucks that I lost, but I know what to do to like make it better. I think if I continue with the same game plan I had before, but just start respecting when he does that I can like beat Sonix more consistently. However, it's like, I mean, good for him. He made the adaptation. He knew what would work. He did something he doesn't even like doing in order to win, which I mean, just shows the kind of player he is. He's able to make those split decisions. So, I mean, I'm upset about it, but I mean, he got it. Like, he played very well. And I'm not really the most upset because I think I played very well too.
Okay. I think you did play exceptionally well. I'm curious. How do you think if you had made it to Carmelo, how do you think that would have went?
I don't know. I think if this was a different day, I would tell you straight up that I probably just would have shitted on him.
Okay.
Mainly because I think obviously Fox loses to Steve, but I am really good versus Steve. Every relevant Steve that's around right now, I think I've beaten them the last time I played them, except for like a Cola, but I haven't played a Cola in a minute. However, I haven't played Steve in a bit because I haven't played this game in a bit, and I feel like that character is something you need to be ready for.
100%.
You know, usually I think Steve mains have a hard time adapting to me because they haven't played me before. But again, I haven't played Steve in a while. I avoided every Steve this bracket, so I honestly don't know how it would have went. But I'm not like necessarily worried. I don't really look at Carmelo like he's different. I look at all Steves if they're the same person, if I'm being real with you.
Okay. I think that's 100% fair and rational. Cool. Now, because we talked about the upsets at the tournament, and we talked about people overperforming in the tournament. A lot of good stuff. Do you think this will be a trend going forward? Do you think people like Leo and Tweek will right the Syrup will right the ship, and like the next major we see them at, they'll be back in those top 8 spots that we're used to them occupying?
Well, there's so many factors to really know, but I think it's more likely that they'll come back because at this one, again, not everyone was here. Like we said, you know, like a lot of the top people weren't here.
Okay.
And Tweek also does good versus people. Tweek does pretty solid versus Mia. Tweek does good versus Doramigi. Tweek does good versus Spargo, you know? Like, these people, being good versus these people can allow you to get further in the bracket, you know? So it's kind of like, it's kind of like how I think Akola could, you know, like beat Mia. I don't really know what it's been like lately for them, but I always kind of felt like, you know, like Akola could beat Mia, but like Doramiki's going crazy. So if Doramiki's going crazy, then Mia's grand finals are going to be free as fuck, you know?
I got you.
It's like, it's kind of like that, right?
Yeah.
But I still think that like Tweek, obviously Leo and Tweek definitely have room to like keep making top 8s. Tweek just needs more time to get back into it. He got humbled and reminded this weekend that like, oh yeah, this is what this is, you know?
Yeah.
But like, he's going to come back, you know? Again, he's been around since Brawl, and Brawl vets who are top players are usually top players in multiple games for a reason, you know?
You're right.
They have great adaptation. And then Leo is just Leo. I mean, you can never count him out. Leo takes his losses he's very self-accountable to his losses, you know, and he always comes back stronger. And then there's also just a matter of bracket luck and stuff like that, you know?
Bracket luck's real. Upsets, DQs, stuff happens.
Yeah, bracket luck is real, and I just think, you know, it's hard to have that consistency. I mean, finding the consistency in this game is like the hardest part right now because so many people are good. So I'm trying to find it myself, and I'm not sure if you'll find it in them, but next year, if we're all playing still, it's going to be a pretty crazy one.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because it is indeed going to be pretty crazy. And allow me to put on the screen as to why, as we switch gears from Port 9, which is a great event. John might already said there's going to be a Port 10. We'll be there. But will we all be here? As we found out the news, Let's Make Big Moves, who initially banned Steve, Max Ketchum tweeting out on the 7th of November, well, I got the call from the big boys. Crafting will be legal at Let's Make Big Moves. So initially, Let's Make Big Moves was planned to ban Steve, but apparently the call, which I mean we could just say is probably from a Nintendo representative or someone affiliated there, that they need to make sure that that character is actually legal, and you can't discriminate against characters.
Which is bullshit. By the way, I think a Steve made a call.
You think we 100% all think Steve Main snitched because somebody like posted a screenshot of like some of them like celebrating in the Discord, saying we did it or something like that or something like. I was like,
really?
What do you mean by that?
Did they wait? Did they really do that?
I have no idea.
That's
I just saw a
crazy.
screenshot like celebrating the news. I was like, oh, that's obviously if you're Steve Main, you're elated. That's great for you. But the rest of us are just like, yeah, right on, man, right on. I 100%,
I guess.
Yeah, I 100% think somebody was like mass spamming emails, reporting this, trying to get like somebody to pay attention to it.
Please.
So it just got a lot colder in New York for Let's Make Big Moves. Do you think, does this affect your hype towards the event or not?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of forgot that Steve Mains were banned anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
I was gonna say, for you who doesn't pay attention to anything, it's probably par for the course.
Yeah, I will say this though. I mean, if poor priority is anything to note, so a lot of Steves have been talking about bracket rigging. Have you been seeing those tweets about like how they're all rigged to be on the same side? Well, apparently it doesn't fucking matter because you guys all lost to different characters anyway. Y'all got upset.
Yeah, I think it was like Carmelo was the highest place, and then Toon at 13. Shouts to Toon, actually had a good run, and then Syrup. At
I love
25th.
Toon, but you lost Steve DK, and I don't know if I could. I don't know, man.
Wait, did he lost to Mild?
He lost to Mild to Ho.
That's acceptable. Mild is very trained in the best Steves in Japan.
I don't care. I don't care.
Give him a break.
It's Donkey Kong. Now, what I will say is when Louis Money almost lost to Mild to Ho, I was like, please, no, please. But to be fair, I play one of the most cheesable characters in this entire game.
You do.
So that's fair. I think that's completely fair on my part. However, Stevington is not one of the most cheesable characters in the entire game. So I think I have a right to have a double standard there.
You know what? That's 100% fair. I think it is. I think it's crazy that this actually happened, but we'll see how the tournament goes. I mean, the last Let's Make Big Moves have all had, Steve legal. It's still been good times. I've enjoyed going when I went. Maybe I'll watch this one from the comfort of my home. I don't know. We'll see.
Syrup lost to Monte?
I said that.
Did you?
Yeah. What?
I thought you just said Monte had a run. Oh. How much longer is this episode?
If you got something else to say, go for it, kid.
I just don't. Oh man, I thought he was didn't he beat? Has he ever beaten Mia?
Who? Mild?
Syrup
versus Mia? I don't know if they've ever played.
Yeah, I feel like they've never played. Wow, I'm very surprised by that. I don't know. I'm just surprised that Syrup of all people lost that,
Hey, Monte got second at the pre-local, all right? He was playing
I'm
great.
not talking about
and
Monte.
Did
I'm talking
beat Carmelo there.
I'm not talking about Monte. I'm talking about Syrup. I can expect Monte to do stuff like that. Like, Monte beating Ouch makes sense to me. Monte beating Paul makes sense to me. Monte losing to Mild doesn't make sense to me. And Monte beating Syrup doesn't make sense to me. Because you beat Syrup and then lost to Mild. You get it. You get what I'm trying to say.
I understand what you're saying. Things happen.
Maybe there's a little bit of mental inconsistency there. Maybe that's what it is, like for Monte, because he can clearly lock in, but he's not locking in for top 8, I guess, if that makes sense.
That's fair. I see where you're going with that.
I'm just very interested in the mindset there because I mean, there's a lot of people who like beat people who who I feel like they shouldn't beat, but then then they don't do it to people they should beat. And I'm like, that just has to be like a mindset thing, Maybe he just wasn't in the mindset.
They're playing down to their competition, my guy.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many factors to being a competitor.
Yeah, it's crazy. But you know what? The main factor is winning. And congrats to Sonix finally breaking that curse. Now, we will be speaking with Sonix later on, or I will be speaking with Sonix later on. We're going to stitch this together so you guys can still get that crisp premium experience. Now, Light, you might not be here for that. Is there anything specific you want me to ask Sonix for you?
That's on the DM me. I want to practice.
Okay.
Like today.
Okay. I will do that.
Cool.
And we will see you guys for the rest of the episode of Lights Out. Stay tuned. Starting now. And just like that, we are back. Little transition right now. Exchange one light skin for another. But this light skin fella is a champion. Back-to-back port champion. You won port 8, skip a year, win port 9. This guy is on a heater. How you feeling, my guy? I mean, I can only imagine finally breaking that, that second place curse that's been your storyline for feels like years now. It's got to feel something.
Dude, yeah, no, honestly, I mean, I feel great. I feel fantastic. It feels like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders, but at the same time, it's kind of weird. I don't know, because I was expecting to feel a little different, a little more excited, but it was a matter of like, I knew it was happening, right? It was inevitable. Like, if you flip a coin so many times, that's literally, I was in Grant so many times. You're gonna flip the coin so many times. It's eventually gonna land. I don't know if it's landing tails every time. It's gonna land heads at some point, right? So that's kind of how I felt. I was like, it is what it is. I mean, I'm happy with how I played. But I'm still not satisfied, though. Of course, I still want to aim for more. And yeah, but I'm definitely feeling good about it. I'm happy. I'm very pleased with my composure, how I stayed composed to be able to make those comebacks, those reverse 3-0s against Zomba and Light, who are like some of the best players in the world. So, it's crazy. It's crazy. It was a crazy tournament for me.
It's funny you said that, because when I was talking to Light earlier, he said something that I thought stood out to me. And that's why I wish we could have been at the same time, but like just time conflict that happens. But he said to me, he's like, if you want me to be honest with you, EE, I think the best player in the world is Sonix. He said that. That cocky mother chucker actually came out of his mouth, bro. He said, you're the best. He says he doesn't care about rankings. He says he thinks you're the best. That's it.
That is crazy. I need to see that. I don't believe it, bro. I need to see the footage right now, bro.
I will link you when we upload this. I will link you the exact timestamp so you can see point blank that he actually said that. And I'll be honest, it's hard to disagree, because one thing I've always argued for you is, it's cool. He wasn't necessarily winning them, but he was always in grands, right? He's always got the consistency. Not a lot of people can say that. Like, you look at Japan, you look at anybody, like maybe Mia is probably like the closest thing that could rival that, right? For my money. But I mean, it's just kind of crazy to me that the game 5 that you had on the road to doing the reverse 3-0 was it a 2 or 3 stock over Zomba, if I'm not mistaken?
It was a 3 stock.
Yeah, your ass ain't gonna forget. So you definitely remember that. I mean, I know I want to talk about your whole top 8 run for sure, but walk me ahead to that game number 5, bro, because that was you actually performing a reverse 3-0, and it was in dominant fashion, bro. What was going through your mind?
Honestly, man, I mean, I was just like, okay, I'm warmed up now. Yeah. I'm going to beat your ass. That's kind of how it was. I was like, I was a little hesitant going into the set, because I was like, I mean, you saw me, you saw me eating Panda. You didn't see me eat Taco Bell, though. Bro, I ate Taco Bell before that set. But
why?
There were no options, bro. I didn't have much time. So I was like, I'm trying to go to that restaurant and get something healthy, but it would have taken me an hour. I didn't know how much time I had before my next set. So I was like, fuck it. Taco Bell's right there, bro. I just get a quesadilla or something. It can't be that bad, no? It was that bad. But ultimately, I was like, I'm probably going to be a little slow at first. It's going to take me a little bit to adapt. But then once the more I played, the more warmed up I felt, and the more I let loose. And then game 5, I was like, all right, he's not going to expect me to just run at him. And then I did. I was like, I'm just going to run at him. I'm going to stop playing like a pussy. I'm just going to run in. I'm going to hit him. I know he's going to up B early to avoid my edge guards or whatever. So I'm just going to pick those spots where he wants to be and just attack those spots and just finish it as fast as I could. And that was really what I was going for. I was like, I'm going to speed run this. That's literally what I went for that game 5.
Yeah, it's interesting because Sonic is the fastest character in the game. And I always tell people, like, when a Sonic player wants to, at least of your caliber, you can just switch that gear and just go on an utter like rampage of destruction. And I think that was very well demonstrated by your just absolute dominant victory. I'm actually playing it on screen so people can see it. And I like how you won too. It wasn't like a pop off. It was just like a sigh of relief, job's finished. That's it. Like you're one of those people who like you win like you've done it before because you have done it before numerous times. Okay. Which I think is absolutely the way to be. Did you have at any point I think I know the answer to this. Did you think that there was any point where he might actually reset the bracket on you?
No.
Okay. Even when you're down 2 games.
Even when I was down 2 games, even when I was down the first stock game 3, I was like, I'm still gonna win this. And I did say though, like I was okay with being reset. I didn't think I would be reset, but I was like, if by any godly force I end up being reset, I don't think I lose the tournament. I think I'm just gonna win it. So I was like, because again, I was like, I'm easing into it. I'm like just starting to play now. He's warmed up. He just beat Carmelo. He end light. So I was like, he's warmed up. He's really warmed up. I'm not. So he's gonna come in hot. But once I get in my zone, he's not gonna take me out of it. So
yeah,
I was confident.
That's one of the things about you is like, as I do notice, like sometimes you'll elect to sit down and like play a matchup in anticipation for who you have coming up. Sometimes you'll just sit down, relax, and just kind of watch, maybe talk with your coach or something like that. Like, is that strategy just like depending on how you feel, or is it tailored to the individual? Like, I'd rather practice for a matchup coming up, or I'd rather just sit down, watch them play, and then kind of like go into it with a game plan already crafted up.
It really depends. I mean, ideally, I would do both, right? But so like sometimes, for example, against Carmelo, I was warming up against Carmelo, mainly because, well, it's Steve. Like he has so many bags, so many tricks under his sleeves. Like I was like, I need to be ready for all of them. I need to be warmed up against Steve counterplay. But Rob, for example, I tried doing the same, but I just couldn't find a Rob player to warm up with. So I was like, okay, I'll just watch. I'll just like relax and chill and just prepare. Because ultimately, you know, I'll get that warm up in grands, like set one, I guess, if push comes to shove. But ideally, I do a little bit of both. Like I'll do a little bit of warm up, and then I'll leave some time before the match to kind of like just relax and talk and just really just, I guess, space myself out from the tournament for a little bit before just getting back into the mindset and, you know, grabbing the controller again, sitting down and hopping into the match.
Okay, right on. Well, tell me about Carmelo, because I'll never forget that Kagaribi 13, and I was just yelling at my screen like, come on, close it, Sonix, close it. And he just Steved you and he won. And I know you've been waiting to finally get the run back, and you got it. I think you did a fantastic job. It went game 4.
Thank you.
But like you closed it out as you tend to do on this stage at Port Priority, dude. If I'm a Japanese player, you're the last person I want to face. As me and Nicola found out 2 years ago, you ain't the one to play with, especially at Port, man. So Carmelo on the receiving end of that loss this time around. Were you nervous going into it? Like were you just motivated on the fact you didn't think you should have lost the last time you guys fought? Like what enabled you to get that win?
Dude, I was motivated, yeah, like you said, by the fact that I shouldn't have lost that at all. I was like, I'm gonna show that I should have won that last set, and I know that if I didn't get, like, I was like, if I don't get cheesed, which I'm not gonna get cheesed because I learned, and I didn't know this, but I'm saying this for our fellow viewers that also don't know. Small Battlefield is the easiest stage for Steve to like pineapple people on and do that gimmicky ass block setup. And so at the time I didn't know that. I was like, yeah, Small Battlefield. Yeah. Okay. Small Battlefield and Battlefield. And they can also do it on Hollow, but it's harder. Anyway, it's Small Battlefield and Battlefield, right? And I was like, at the time, I thought Small Battlefield was fine for me. So I was like, yeah, whatever. And I just kept running it back. I ran it back every single time. And for the worst, obviously, right? I mean, and this time I was like, we're not going Small Battlefield. I will play anywhere but Small Battlefield. And you're not going to cheese me. So I win. And I did. At the same time, though, I mean, I'm not too happy with how I won, though, to be completely honest with you. Because
wait. How, bro? You like, I'm playing it again. You did the craziest KO with that dare, bro. Was that labbed out or was that just a freestyle? Cause like we were all losing our minds, like what the hell? Cause at first it was like, did he anvil and kill Sonix? No, you pulled the dare of a lifetime and took it 3-1, bro. You gotta explain that ending to us.
I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro.
Yeah.
I thought I died. I thought like I saw the kill screen and I was like, I'm dead. Okay, game 5. I was like, all right, game 5, man. But no, okay, so I mean, I had the right idea, right? Like I thought I went for it because I thought it would give me the kill. Mm-hmm. But you know, it's Steve, bro. So in my mind, I saw the kill screen, the immediate kill screen. I was like, damn, did I just like die to anvil off the top? Mm-hmm. But it was calculated. I didn't know he was gonna anvil specifically. Yeah. I just thought he was going to air dodge because I'm pretty sure I went for something similar against him and he had done an air dodge. So I was like, okay, he's going to air dodge again. And then I'm going to do, I don't know if you remember Smash 4. That was the thing where you would be like up air with Sonic and then people were air dodge and the counterplay was just down air. Right. So I was like, I'm going to do that. Smash 4 Sonic setup. I was like, I'm going to down air his air dodge and then kill him. If he up airs, which he could have also up aired, the down air stalls enough for me to like just hit him with punish the up air and then kill him anyway. So I guess it was just a win-win situation for me there. So I was like, you know what? I'll just go for it. I'll just go for it and kill him.
Ended up being a W.
Yeah, that was the thing against him. Like this time around, even when I played Kegaribi, because I was on like demon time, but I was like, I'm not gonna even go for a timeout. I just want to just beat him up. I just want to beat him up. I just want to juggle him. I just want to combo him. I just want to like just freestyle on him. Sure. That's kind of what I was aiming for. That being said, if we had gone to a game 5, I would have just, you know, tense up, you know the vibes. I would have just camped him out, bro. Like
I was waiting for that. So it wouldn't have been a Zomba situation where I'm just gonna run him down. You would have just literally like just frustrated him into submission. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But no. It would have been the complete opposite of that because I was like, I'm not trying to lose again, bro.
Sure.
I hate losing to Steve. I hate losing to Steve, man. I was like, I'm not losing to Steve this time.
You just hate losing in general because, like, I like watched you at a couple of these tournaments, man. Because you know, I like love doing my watch parties, and like whenever I see like the best example for like when I see you like switch into like I'm just gonna take my time gear is like when it's like you're down and you're just like, okay, deep breath, switch up the game plan. You did it against, I can't remember. I think it was in Miami. You did it against Monte. I remember specifically that because I was like, oh shit. I was watching. I was like, oh shit. I was like, get ready. I was like, get ready. And you reverse 3-0'd him. And I was like, and then like, I'm going to put it on screen too. You did it against my boy Light as well in semis. I think Light just went up 2 games. It's going to pan over to you. Hold on. Wait. Here it comes. Deep breath Sonix. 3, 2. There it is. Deep breath Sonix. Demon time is unlocked. Is that what it takes for you to lock in and focus up and perform these like reverse 3-0s and get these W's that seem like it's just getting a little away from you? Because like when we were talking to Light, he was like, he felt like his game plan was working, but then you like just after game number 2, like you kind of like added something to your gameplay. He didn't adapt quick enough and you just took the W. What's your perspective for getting that dub over Light, who looked pretty convincing the first 2 games?
Yeah, it was kind of that. I mean, I took the deep breaths because I was like, I just feel like I was playing scared at first. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I'm just letting him attack too much. And it's like, it's Fox and it's Light and he's really good at attacking.
Yep.
But I'm also really good at attacking. So I was kind of just like, I'm just going to hit him. I'm just going to just force the issue here, force my hand, force him to have to guess on me because I'm also a really fast character. I'm playing a really fast character and just going to just play more explosive. I noticed I wasn't getting much edge guards the first 2 games, and I was kind of scared to go for them at first. And just my kill confirms, and in the end, I was like, same thing that I did against Zomba, I guess, in that I was like, I'm just gonna kill him. I'm gonna go for the stock. I'm gonna go for the kill. I'm gonna go for the freestyle for the combos, the spikes. Even if it gets me killed, like that game 4, I think I went for like a suicide downer and it worked. So that's kind of what it was. I was like, I can play really fast too, so I'm just gonna do that. And I'm gonna force him to have to match my pace or keep up with it, and if not, he just loses. And game 5, he did pick up the pace, and it was a lot closer. But yeah, that's kind of like my thought process there. I was like, okay, what I'm doing is not working. I need to figure out what it is. I visualize myself winning. I take some deep breaths and I just see what I'm doing wrong and how I can do better. And I just focus solely on that on the next few games.
Well, you know what you did that was probably the most impressive thing out of the whole tournament. Okay. Let me just go check this to just confirm. Okay. Just confirm. You got Luminosity out of their hibernation, bro. They retweeted.
Let's go.
They retweeted your W, my boy. They retweeted your W.
Yes, sir.
I couldn't believe it. They were that tweet did numbers too. Over 7,000 likes on that. Good stuff.
Oh,
that's
crazy.
That's a lot. Has a lot of freaking likes. So good stuff on that. Now there has been, and throw it out there. There's been some talk about LG and what's going on, and we're told one thing one day, and then somebody's walking something back with, actually we're going to keep these guys, yada yada yada. You are currently still on LG. That's fair to say, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, they made a public announcement about it, right? So
Yes. It's not like they're trying to boost the roster before they make some sort of crazy sale, right? That would be insane. But yeah, you're still on there, so you're still representing them. So for you, is your experience been still good? Thumbs up. What's going on? Or decline to comment? Your choice. Okay. Somewhere in the middle. I like that. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the PR training. Yeah.
I mean, PR training. I can't say much, obviously, right? But it's really clear to see. Like, it's not a secret. You guys know what's going on.
Yeah.
I've talked about it on stream a little bit too. Like, I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen though. Like, yes, I'm still part of the team, right? But what
does that mean?
I don't know.
What does that mean right now?
Right.
I hear you.
I don't know what's gonna happen.
Okay. No, that's fair. I mean, I just wanted to get like your little take on it. Obviously, I thought that would be important. Now, the big thing though is with this W, where can we see you performing next, my guy? Like, what is going to be? Because obviously, like, it's all gas, no brakes for you. Where can I see you next? What are you thinking?
Right.
I know where you
What's
can
up,
see
boy?
him next. Marvel Rivals, baby. Spider-Man getting
Yes,
buffs.
sir.
Season 5.
Spider-Man
I'll see you
buffs.
there,
Let's
son.
get it. Yes, sir. He knows. You're gonna see me.
I'd actually be down to play some Marvel Rivals sometime. We should queue up.
Bro, let's do it, man. Let's do it. I'm gonna teach you the game.
My Iron Man's all right, man.
Your Iron Man? Okay. Yeah, let's run it, man. Let's run it.
Okay. Well, besides Marvel Rivals, what's that next event we can catch you at? Because like that was the event to really win for capping off the year, I feel like. Because there's like a few little B tiers, popping up still, I'm sure. But that was the big one. But are you done for the year? Or are you thinking like you'll kind of kick things off with Let's Make Big Moves? Like, what's going on?
I'm done for the year. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll come back for Let's Make Big Moves, and then from there on,
even though the UNBAN Steve.
Yeah, of course. That's better for me, bro. That's
you like that.
I like that. Yeah. Nah, but I'll be at LMBM, and then I'll be at CAF Clash.
Nice.
And then Genesis. So I'll do those 3 tournaments. I think it's back to back to back. If I'm not mistaken.
Yes, a lot.
But for the rest of the year, I'm done. I have some things to take care of back at home.
Because you're in the DR right now, right?
Yeah, I'm in the DR right now, so I have to take some care of some things back here, and Port was my last tournament because I feel like I went to a lot, not like a lot, but in the past 3 months,
you picked it up in the last couple of months.
Yeah.
Started picking it up.
Exactly,
Which is great.
I picked it back up and I went to a lot of things, and like I kind of want to take a break from that and just focus on some things that I should have gotten done back then, but I couldn't because I was traveling and focusing on the game and just get that done and just get ready for next year, really.
No doubt about it. Well, my man, your hard work definitely paid off. As always, it was a pleasure to cast for you because you was just turning up, bro. Like the set, like I don't think people understand, like, you're the Sonic I root for because you're the Sonic that actually approaches and fight. No shade to nobody else. I'm not trying to show shots. I'm just saying is if you got 2 eyes, you know what you're seeing. Okay, his approach is
true.
And if he doesn't, it's against Steve, which I wholeheartedly understand. So good stuff, Sonics. Wishing you the best on everything, and always thank you for taking the time to come talk here. I know this format was a little different, but to me, it was very important to make sure we got your perspective fresh off of that big Port W, my boy. So. Again, congrats and thanks for the time.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me. And it's a pleasure to be back here on the podcast, and also a pleasure to be back here in EE Sports, bro. I mean, a little throwback. I don't know if you remember, bro.
Of course I remember. You still got the wristband, don't you? I know it's somewhere around that house.
It's somewhere around here in the house. Yeah. I still do.
You know what? If I ever make it big, if I become like a Ludwig level, like Ludnig, I will start my own esports and I will sign you, buddy. You and Cosmos will be my first 2 signings.
You're the go for that, bro. Appreciate it.
All right, clip it, baby. We'll catch you next time. Peace.